Oh man, all that time I was just talking, no one heard me. Dang, that sucks for me. All right, so let's start this all over. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the VectorVest Jockey Club. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Always glad to be here. Good news today, we are not only doing here our Jockey Club that we do every day, but we are also live streaming on YouTube. So all my YouTubers out there, if you can hear me, by all means, please respond with VV Nation. Man, VV Nation is growing. That's a beautiful thing. And for those people on YouTube, they may not be subscribers to the VectorVest software, but we are giving you a taste of what our live trading room, the Jockey Club, by our tool, the VectorVest Real-Time Derby, we're giving you a taste of what it looks like, and we're going to be trading this morning. Now, I cannot see the chat on YouTube, so in the background, we have Joey and Patrick moderating on the YouTube side. And of course, here it's me, and Lisa is in the background as well. I have never heard you mention SPAC. And you know, Dick, what I am going to do this week on Trending Thursday, I will talk a lot about that this week. All right, it's something that I had to learn to wrap my head around what it was. I now know what it is, and I'm going to incorporate that into our Trending Thursday this Thursday. So, Dick, I'm way ahead of you, my friend. I am way ahead of you. So, for the other side, for the YouTube side, Joey or Patrick, you can hit me up on Teams if I need to do something, say something, address something, let me know that. And Lisa, you already know, you can, today I will be using chat on the GoToWebinar side. So I'm going to be looking at Teams, I'm going to be looking at chat. And so, Lisa, type something in chat just so that I know that you're here and you're typing something in chat. I don't care what you type. But I got a lot of things going on at the same time. And you know me, man, this is going to be an exciting day. At least I hope so. I hope it's going to be a really good, exciting day, especially for the YouTubers that are out there as well as our regular people. So, with that, let's get this popping. There you go. I'm here multitasking, says Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Always glad to have her in the background to help me out. She helps me as well. Jesse says, YouTube runs out of sync delay. We will just stay with you and Lisa anyway. No, that's all right. On YouTube, there's always a delay. But again, Patrick and Joey can address whatever's going on over there. And Lisa is not the queen. Lisa is great. Lisa is great. Don't tell her that, because then I've got to hear about that for the rest of the day. I've so got to hear about that for the rest of the day. So, all right. With all of that, let's get it starting. And again, all you YouTubers, all I'm going to tell you is observe, ask questions, let Patrick and Joey answer your questions along the way. And if there's something that I need to address, either Joey or Patrick, again, will communicate with me so that I can keep this all going. Wow. Have you heard how great Lisa is, says David. Yes, David, I know. Lisa lets me know that all the time. She does. All right. So all my YouTubers, this is what we do. We go through a process every morning. We have an agenda, and the agenda covers what we'll do for the day. So hopefully everybody feels welcome and well introduced as we start off our trading day today. What we'll do next is we're going to recap the prior day's activity. Let's see what happened yesterday and how that can relate over into today. And it's interesting, as I do this today, I've got to look at my camera more, because if Joey were sitting right here next to me, he'd be like, look at the camera, look at the camera. So I am doing a lot of that, Joey. Hopefully that makes you feel good inside that I'm doing that. Mark says, Glenn's great too. Just ask him. He'll tell you. Yes. My wife and I had a conversation about that this morning, Mark, about being humble. And she says, you have an extraordinary sense of confidence. I said, I know, baby, because you married me. You deserved me. So that was the conversation. And she looked at me. She goes, oh, and she walks away. So that's a conversation in the Tompkins household that we have on an ongoing basis. And yes, I'm praying for humility. I am. All right. After we recap the prior day's activity, we go out to the internet. We establish a directional bias. We look at the futures. For all of you who are brand new, just because the futures start off in one direction doesn't mean the market is going to continue in that direction for the rest of the day. But we use the power of the futures and the pre-market activity to see what's moving, and then we track those stocks into the market's trading day to see if they have legs to keep on moving. But we do use the power of pre-market and that's why we look at a directional bias. And then after that, after we've got that bias, we go identify the movers and the shakers. When I'm one of 4 presenters for the Jockey Club, and I go through a process to help us to get some stocks in mind before we start to take off for the market day. 9:30 is the most exciting part of the Derby. Why? Because the market opens up, and we love watching the market move. And here on VectorVest, we always shout out with a nice ooh-wee. Now, all you YouTubers, you may not see that happen, but today you will, and it brings good vibes to the market, and we're going to go make some money. Whether the market is up or down, our trading room takes advantage of the current day. So we never try to guess at what the market is going to do. We let the market come to us. We let our trades come to us. I will walk you through how we let the trades come to us and what we look for and how we manage the trades. And if you're going to get into a basket of stocks, wait for the first half an hour of trading to be done. Why? Because the 2 most volatile times in the market is the first 30 minutes of the market open and the last 30 minutes of the market open. Now, from here, we start to get into the software. Let's open it up. This is the homepage of the VectorVest software. It's a little different than what you guys see on YouTube. This is what we use here in the Jockey Club. It's laid out a little differently, and it is in a black background. On YouTube, we normally use a white background, but today we're going to use the black background, and I'm going to take off the pre-market stuff so we can see how the market ended yesterday. So on our homepage, we always say that it's laid out just like the front page of a local newspaper. We can see what all of our indices did yesterday. We finished with a mixed market. The Russell was slightly up. The NASDAQ was the leader of the day to the upside, but the Dow was down 148. Down about 0.5%. Our VectorVest composite, which tracks the move of 8,300 stocks, was down about 0.1% yesterday. So we ended up with a mixed market. Our market timing gauge for the more prudent investor, not the trader, but for the more prudent investor, the color guard is neutral, and our guidance is we advocate caution. Well, we advocate caution because as a VectorVest subscriber, we have a tool or an not a gadget, an indicator called the MTI, or Market Timing Indicator. This is cast on our VectorVest scale of 0 to 2. Above 1 is favorable, below 1 is unfavorable. But the MTI does issue a warning when the market is starting to look for a top. When this MTI indicator gets to the value of about 1.5 to 1.6, the market is looking for a top. It's a heads-up indicator, not an actionable indicator. To take action on that, we need to see certain things happen. One, the first thing we need to look at in the trend column is the primary wave, or the first 2 letters in the trend column. This looks at the week-over-week movement of the VectorVest composite. Remember, the composite tracks over 8,300 stocks. It finished up yesterday. The first 2 letters were up because the price of the composite went from 55.96 a week ago to closed yesterday at 57.29. So the indicator that looks at 8,300 stocks rose on a week-over-week basis. So the indicator, or the market timing signal of the primary wave, is up. So if I'm going to start to look at the market starting to pull back, I need to see the primary wave move down, showing that the market moved lower on a week-over-week basis. And then I look for other things like a red light in the color guard pricing column. I'm looking for RT to go below 1. I'm looking for that MTI to go below 1. These are the indicators that give more confirmation of a downward move within the market. All right, so keeping all of that in mind, we are at a toppy market, but if we have stocks to take advantage of, we will. All right, it doesn't mean that the party's over, that you don't trade stocks. You use the trading day to dictate what to do or what not to do. Now, the next thing we do is we go to the graphs tab at the top, and let's go look at a market timing graph, which looks at that VectorVest composite on an intraday basis. So this is what the market looked like yesterday. It came down, turned around, and went down further. We gapped up yesterday in that. Well, we didn't gap up yesterday. We just fell. We created a session low. All right, let's go draw a horizontal line. We connected and made a session low at about $57.22. Because the market bounced, went back up, stayed level for some of the afternoon, then fell hard. But notice that as it fell hard, it got to the session low of 57.22, broke down, and then came back up coming into the close of yesterday, and it touched that line again. That was a beautiful level of support on our VectorVest composite throughout the day. So that was the intraday activity. And notice that our DTI is the Derby Timing Indicator, which we use for direction. It is a day trading timing signal. Yes, folks, we do have a day trading timing signal, and it stayed below our value of our trigger point of 1.2 throughout the whole day. Whether it was the bullish or the bearish indicator, they both stayed below the value of 1.2. The market didn't have a super real direction, and it shows in the activity throughout the VectorVest trading day, or throughout the trading day using VectorVest. So did we have opportunities to take advantage of the stocks? We did. Patrick put on a great trade yesterday, and again, I'm thankful that Boston is answering a lot of questions, because I'm trying to address both our regular crowd and the YouTube crowd both at the same time. So Lisa is really coming in handy, and I love that she's helping me out today, and I appreciate it. Lisa will, though, she will highlight questions from you guys on our side, the VectorVest side, of questions that I need to answer. All right, so she will do that for me. How do you have the horizontal line as a dotted line? Because when you right-click on it and you click on the style, I changed it. You have capabilities. I right-clicked, I changed it to look a little darker, and I changed the style to a dashed line. I changed the style to a dashed line. So, Kelly, that's how I did it. That's how I did it. All right, Lisa, you should record that and make that your ringtone. Oh, Lord. Doug says, direct from TV. Are you going to Tampa presentation? As of right now, the answer to that is yes. As long as we go, I will be going. All right, so that's what the market looks like. Now, what else do? We normally go out to the internet and we go check the futures. Let's go check that out. We go to a website, a free website called investing.com. Again, this is for the purpose of the YouTubers. We go out to investing.com. It's a free website. We use it to see what's going on in the market. I hate all the ads anyway. Tesla, Uber fall pre-market, Palantir rises. This is a stock that we've talked about in Trending Thursday, folks. And it was something that Clayton DeBert did on YouTube as well. Did a great job of explaining what the stock was. And we've been talking about it on Trending Thursdays. All right, so we keep that in mind. That's the big news that's happening. So now what else do? We go back. We go to the markets, we go to indices, and we go to the indices futures, and we take a look at what's going on with the futures. From here, wow, the market overall, the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Russell are all trending down at the market open. What does that mean? Well, it looks like we're going to be in for a pullback in the market, but we already know that, especially if you're a VectorVest subscriber, because we already know by way of the MTI that the market is at a level of looking for a top. So we should not be blindsided. We should not be surprised. We are trading the market as the market comes to us. The S&P 500, the VIX, is up today, which bodes well for a down day because people are a little bit more fearful in the market today. And it's fine. It's okay. So right now, all of our major indices are down. Let's go over to the European theater. By the way, if you are tuning in on YouTube, I am on cam, just to let you know, like I normally am on Trending Thursday or anything like that. The European theater looks like the same. All right, a lot of all of the indices, many of the indices in the European market are down, with the exception of the Polish market. That is Poland, right? Yeah, that's Poland. It's up a little bit today, but all of the other indices within that region seem to be down as well. And then let's move over to the Pacific Rim, starting with the Nikkei. A little mixture of both bullish and bearish indices, but going right in line with the tone of a little bit more bearishness today. Maybe the market's deciding that it wants to take a breather after going higher and higher and higher and hitting all-time highs on the VectorVest composite, as well as all of the other major indices that are out there still hitting all-time highs. You got to understand and think that the market is getting tired, that the uptrend that we're in is long in the tooth, and, you know, it's a little bit more of a tepid market for still buying stocks long. But if it presents itself to you, it will. So normally what I do is on a day like today, I will be more prepared for the downside today. Doesn't mean that we may not take any bullish trades, and understand that this is a trading room. So these are stocks that will get in and will get out probably quickly, or we'll wait for the stops to manage the trades and get us out of the trades in a timely fashion. We always look at the commodities as well. Oil is under some selling pressure, whereas natural gas is up today. On the precious metal front, gold is slightly up, but silver and copper are down. Copper is the laggard, the biggest laggard to the downside, down about 0.6%. And soybeans, who eats soybeans? I don't eat soybeans, but I think soybeans is in a whole bunch of food. But I don't know. Jay says, wow, he's really going today. Somebody might need to wind him up again. Listen, I got my Cafe Bustelo. Only my people on YouTube can see me holding up my cup. Got my little Cafe Bustelo. I need to reach out to Cafe Bustelo. They need to hook us up. I've been turning, how many people since you've watched me have been starting to drink Cafe Bustelo? I want to know. I need those numbers. I need to go to Cafe Bustelo and say, yo, hook a brother up. That's all I got to know. I'm just curious to know how many people have I turned on to Cafe Bustelo in the Jockey Club. I'm just curious to know. Lisa, took all of this down. Take all of this down. All right, look at this. Yes, my husband has, says Monica. I'm telling you, this is some good stuff right here. This stuff will put some hair on your eyeballs. That's some good stuff. All right, so as I take a sip, I'm looking, Joey and Patrick haven't said anything to me, so I'm good on the YouTube side. It looks like I'm good. David says, not me, Glenn. I prefer a cup of tea. That's all right. Pip, pip, chitty. I don't know that sort of stuff. It's necessarily some Earl Grey. Must have some Earl. Captain Jean-Luc Picard loves his Earl Grey tea. Loves his Earl Grey tea, so that's a good thing. All right, so from the futures perspective, we now know where we stand. Let's move back over to the VectorVest software. Let's incorporate some of that futures data into the software. So what we'll do is we'll look at an intraday graph on VectorVest. All right, we're going to leave the DTI on, but we're going to now go up to the tools bar in the top right-hand corner, and we're going to use extended hours. Two colors will pop up on our graph. We have the black area, which shows our actual market activity throughout the day. So this was yesterday's activity. Then we can see the aftermarket. Oh, man, what did I just do? Oh, I could take that off now. Then we can see the aftermarket. The aftermarket is when the market closes. Stocks do trade. And people ask me that question, well, if the market is closed, how does stocks trade? People do trade stocks after market. And sometimes many of you have that capability, depending on if your broker gives you that capability. All right, so aftermarket, normally the market goes to sleep and we just move sideways. We had a little bit of, not much of turbulation, but we moved up, we moved down, and then finally the market went to sleep about the 6 o'clock p.m. time. And then here's the 8 o'clock hour. This starts our pre-market. Big drop down at the 8 o'clock hour. Scroll over, and you know something? The market is not really zooming down. If I draw another horizontal line, the 8 o'clock hour created a beautiful level of support that's been holding all pre-market, sitting at $57.26. So, you know, I might get us prepared for both sides of the market, both bullish and bearish. As I saw in the futures, though, I was anticipating, looking at the VectorVest composite that you're looking at right now, was going to be trending a lot lower than what it is, but it looks like it is settled in at a level of support and sitting in a little bit of a channel. Look at that. Sitting in not counting the first bar at 8 o'clock, but I've got a level of resistance sitting at 57.27 and a level of support sitting at 57.26. It's about a 1 penny gap, 1 penny channel. All right, pre-market, it's not rocketing down. So I think that I will get us prepared for both sides of the market. We've got 11 minutes before the market opens up. Let me get you prepared. Let's start off with the viewers tab. And for those of you who are brand new to the Jockey Club, we spend a lot of time in the watch list viewer. We build watch lists early in the morning. And what I'm going to do is, you see a folder here that says Jockey Club? You will not have this. But as you become a Jockey Club subscriber, you will learn to build your own group called the Jockey Club. In here, everybody who presents in here has their own watch list for both bullish and bearish stocks. All right, I'm going to go to my bullish stocks right here, Glenn's Bullish, and I'm going to show you how I populate stocks into that watch list. I'm going to empty it by right-clicking on it, and I can empty the watch list. So the first thing I do is I start to put stocks that are moving here pre-market. If I have use extended hours on, I can run a search and stream it as of right now, which is 9:20 in the morning. So I'm going to go to the Unisearch tool. For those of you who are on YouTube, that is our searching tool. We have a lot of different searches or scans to help you find specific types of stocks. Because this is a trading room, I'm going to go to searches price volume because this is what I'm looking for. Stocks that are moving up on price and volume to take advantage of possible trades. The first search I use is Daily Boomers % price change. I'm going to double click on it, but I am streaming, so I'm running it at 9:21 this morning. Now, the beauty of this search is that I'm looking for stocks that are greater than $2 that are already up pre-market at least 10%. How about Curus is up 274% pre-market. Now, for me, a lot of you may be saying, well, you missed a move. A lot of it I probably have, and I won't chase these stocks, but I can right-click on the stock and say, well, what's making the stock move? I click on stock news, and let's go see. It's showing that it was down 23% yesterday and up 274% today. Why? Let's go see if there's a press release on it. 20 hours ago, Curus announced updated preliminary data on ongoing phase 1 study of a durable dose dependent something. This is not COVID, but this is a cancer treatment. So pharmaceutical stocks can always move at any given time, and good news like this will definitely drive a stock's price higher. But a 274% move on the stock is huge, and you'll never see me chase a stock, but at least I want to know why that stock is going up. Ray says, just got into CRIS. Ray. That's pretty gutsy to do that. As David Paul says, that takes some testicular fortitude to do. I love when David Paul says that. All right, let's highlight all of these stocks. All right, I'm going to highlight testicular fortitude. I don't know why I said that. Right click, and let's go add this to a watch list. And let's go to my watch list that I've created, which is Glenn's Bullish. I'm going to put that as okay. All right, and I'm going to run one other search. To help us out, let's go to Most Active Gainers Jockey Club, stocks that are up at least 1% and that are only $1, $1 or more and up 1%. But this search is sorted by pre-market volume. So not only are these stocks going up, but they're going up on big volume. Why is that important? Because volume is conviction. So I'm going to highlight the top 20 stocks here. Right click, add to watch list. Let's go put that into Glenn's Bullish as well. And the only reason why I am thinking about going bullish is because I saw the pullback at the pre-market, but I saw the market leveling out. So there wasn't a big pullback, that the market was still going down. This gives me some hope that we can still play some stocks to the upside today. Let's go back to the Viewers tab. Between the two searches, I found 30 unique stocks, all right? I found 30 unique stocks. It's going to comprise this watch list. A lot of stocks that you probably already say, hey, Glenn, look at this. Hey, Glenn, look at this. Hey, Glenn, look at this. I'm already got that. Somebody told me to look at KODK. I've already got it. It's up 8%, and here we go. So what I do now, we've got 6 minutes. What I do now is I make a quick folio of this. From here, put this into a $100,000 portfolio. This is paper trading right here. All right, for those on YouTube, this is paper trading for the purposes of keeping our eyes on stocks that are moving pre-market. What's today's date? Today's 12/8. All right, long. I'll leave it alone. Open the portfolio. And now I don't care what the gain loss is on this portfolio. All I'm really worried about is the return on investment. Since I created the portfolio, I want to see what stocks are moving, and these are the stocks that we'll pay attention to. Folks, that's step number one. Let's go back to the Viewers tab. We always pay attention to the coronavirus stocks, so I'm looking at those. That watch list that we talk about in Trending Thursday, well, we use it here for the Jockey Club, and we sort this. We stream it. All right, because we're still looking at pre-market. We sort by % price change, and we keep our eyes on the coronavirus stocks that are moving today from a day trade perspective. So we use this list just like we do in the Jockey Club, just like we do on Trending Thursday. We do it here every morning for day trades as well. That's step number 2. Step number 3 is we create a Derby hit list looking at stocks that are already moving in the market, pre-market, by way of the Derby. By the way, for all of those people who are on YouTube, if you like the content that you see here, please hit the like button, number 1. If you're not a subscriber to the YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. Folks, you don't get this kind of pre-market analysis and preparation anyplace else. So just keep that in mind. Let's do a right click. Let's empty this watch list and let's go find some stocks that are moving by way of the Derby pre-market. To do that, we go to the tab at the top that says Derby. You'll notice that we've got a lot of searches in here. Remember yesterday, YouTubers, I gave you an overview of what the Derby tool is all about. Here's all of the different searches that we're tracking. And right now we are tracking 176 searches altogether. We're tracking 147 bullish searches, and we're tracking 29 bearish searches. And this is all for the purposes that at your fingertips, you can see what searches in the software are moving and what stocks are moving those searches. That is the purpose of the Derby. But nothing is moving yet, so what we'll do is we'll change the entry price from market open to the prior close. Now we can see what searches are moving and taking advantage of the pre-market activity. At the top of the list, Daily Boomers, VST, up 6% from yesterday's close. So what I'm going to look at is 1, look at the equity curve of the strategy. Well, it bumped up, pulled back, but look at that rising equity curve on the 10 stocks that are found here. I sort this by return on investment, and I highlight all of the stocks that are up at least 1%. Right click, add to watch list. Now I'm going to put this into my Derby hit list. These are the stocks that I'm finding that are moving by way of the Derby this morning. Let's go find us another search. What else is moving? Let's go to Shooting Stars. Normally when you see the values very close to each other in the moves, we are knowing that they're pretty much tracking the same stocks, pretty close. Let's go to Shooting Stars. Look at that equity curve. That I like. That means I feel a little bit more comfortable about this strategy moving higher because a crux of those stocks are moving the equity curve higher. All right, let's highlight the stocks that are moving in here. Anything that's up over 1%, we'll add it to the watch list. We'll put it into the Derby hit list. Let's go down the list a little bit more. We got about 2 minutes before the market opens up. Let's go to price volume winners. Ooh, that equity curve is moving down a little bit. But let's go see what stocks are moving it. See, we get to find different stocks now, right? This gives us a little diversification of stocks that are moving and gets us more in tune with a lot more stocks in general. Let's go down to aggressive small fry for the lower dollar. Ooh, I'm not feeling that equity curve, but I'm finding other stocks that are moving up pre-market. How cool is this, folks? All right, how much work am I doing to find and hone in on the stocks that are really rocking and rolling? The Derby tool helps us. How about best stocks below $15? All right, for those that may not have that same kind of scenario as the aggressive small fry, we'll highlight the stocks here, add to watch list. Let's go put that into our hit list. Now, we got about a minute or so. Let's go see if I can find a good equity curve. A good equity curve. There we go. That's a good equity curve of 10 stocks. Let's highlight those. Laser, which we're in. Patrick did a good job doing that. Let's add that to my watch list. And we're getting ready to rock and roll. We got about a minute before the market opens up. Let's go back to the viewers tab. Here's our Derby hit list. Between all of those searches, we found 19 unique stocks. All right, so let's go take off the extended hours. Let's go to the Derby, put that back on for the market open. And everybody, woo, let's put those hands together, folks. Let's put those hands together. And now we're going to put a big ooh-wee out into the universe. We're going to go, ooh-wee. That's what we're going to do. All my YouTubers, if I scared you, get over it. All my regulars, you know, you're going to put in ooh-wee because why? We got the energy, baby. We got the energy, and if you don't have enough energy, I got enough energy for me, you, and everybody else out there because I love doing what we do. And this tool really hones in on our ability to quickly discern what's moving. And now I'm going to show you how to use that information to trade and make some money. All right, so with that all happens, the market is open. Good luck to everybody. Let's go make some money. The beautiful thing about the Derby is all of these searches are starting to move. Anything that's red is down from the open. Anything that's green is up from the open. What we'll do always is we'll put a refresh to bring the fastest moving searches to top of the list. And a couple of bearish searches are now populating. We already saw what the futures were, but now I had you prepared for the bullish side. For the bearish side, if the market does go down, I will be trading contra ETFs. I will not be selling stocks short. Why? Because again, that primary wave is still up. The overall movement of the market is higher than it was a week ago. It's going to be super duper aggressive to try to short stocks on a down day without any confirmation of a move to the downside. Now notice that as I'm looking at this, the bearish searches are starting to lose money and the bullish ones are making. How do I know? Click on refresh. We still have now, look at that, automatically throughout the day, the bullish or the bearish searches that are moving will automatically migrate to the top. Now we call this the Jockey Club because this is like a horse race that you can bet on as the race is going on. In a traditional race, you have to bet on the race before the race starts and hope that your horse comes in first. While in the Jockey Club, we're betting on the horses as the race is going on, and you know something? That's going to put us on a better opportunity to make sure we're on the right horse at any given point in time throughout the day. As I said to my YouTubers yesterday, I gave an overview of what the Derby tool is. We're looking at our Derby timing indicator, as I mentioned yesterday. This is our indication of direction. All right, are we bullish or are we bearish? And what we're looking for, this DTI or Derby timing indicator is cast on that scale, that VectorVest scale, between 0 and 2. Above 1 is bullish, or above 1 is favorable, below 1 is unfavorable. We're looking for either DTI to go above the value of 1. That starts to give us direction for the market. Now, with them both being below 1, my direction is not defined yet, so I sit back and wait and let the market come to me. Now, if I find a stock that's moving, I can take advantage of it, but if I don't have true direction, it's a little bit more of an aggressive trade. All my people on YouTube, answer in the chat. Does that make sense to you? This is an indicator, a true indicator of showing if you have direction in the trading day thus far. That's, again, for the purposes of the people who are on YouTube. My regulars understand that, but I don't want my YouTubers to not get I don't want them to get left behind. Down below, we have the summary, and the summary looks at 3 pie charts, a pie chart of all of the searches that are making money or not, all of the bullish and the bearish ones that are moving. And notice, this is what I use for the bias. So I look for the Derby timing indicator for direction, and I look for a bullish or bearish bias in the market. To say that I have a bias in either direction, I look at the row that says winners, and I'm looking for at least 60%. So notice, as of right now, I don't have direction and I don't have a bias, so I sit and I let my trades come to me. Let's go to the home page. What's going on? All of the major indices are down. But look at this. This is very interesting. All right, this is very interesting. Look at our advanced decline line. Stocks that are going up compared to stocks that are going down. We can look and see that all of the major indices are down for the day, but we're tracking the move of 8,385 stocks, and of those stocks, we can see how many are going up compared to going down. Folks, that's a bullish sign on a day where the market is down. Very interesting, and very quickly I can get the rest of the story. Again, those people who are on YouTube, if you like the content, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. And look at the accentuation. David, that's a good word, right? Look at the accentuation of the line. Don't put that in the book, though. That's just a word. And yeah, for all of you who don't know, David on the VectorVest side wrote a book of Glenisms that hangs on my wall. I wish I turned my camera around, but I've got a book of Glenisms that he put together for me. Accentuosity. Wow, says Jay. Who taught you that word? I just made that up all by myself. Did you warn YouTube that you have Glenisms? I just did, Lisa. I just did that. Don't type it here. Type it in the chat. I got a lot of other stuff going on Teams. I'm holding Teams open for Joey and Patrick. Cold Dip says, Glenn, please ETFs. All right, so look at this run and look at the pullback on the session lows on the indices. How cool is that, YouTubers, to have an indicator that's looking at the advance and decline of over 8,300 stocks right there. So when you say ETFs, Cold Dip, I'll do that. We'll go to the viewers tab. We have a watch list of bearish ETFs on days like today when we're ready. All right, I'm going to stream that, and let's go see what major contra ETFs are moving. And the biggest one right now is FAZ, but look at that, Cold Dip. I don't know if I'm really ready to pull the trigger on bearish ones just quite yet. Not a lot of move. And what else am I going to look at? Let's go look at the market timing graph. Put that back on intraday, 1 minute bars, current day. Look at that pullback. So, you know, you saw that advance to decline, Cold Dip. It was rising. Look at the market. Here's the VectorVest composite, big pulled back, and look at the rebound already. Let's draw a horizontal line at the low. Session low was on the first candle. Look at that pullback. Neither DTI, though, is above even the value of 1. It's not showing here. So the direction is not there. All right, the direction is not there. But let's go take a look at what we set up in our viewers, right? Let's start with coronavirus. Let's go to coronavirus. What's moving there? Sort by percent price change. Let's go see what mRNA. Everybody who knows me on YouTube knows that is my favorite stock in the coronavirus space. Let's look at all of the stocks that are up at least 1%. See if there's anything we want to pull the trigger on. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Gosh dang it. Let's go look at the graphs. Right click, view the stock graph. Let's bring that up. Let's go see if there's anything in here. I know somebody told me that Chris just got out. I think we just got out a laser as well. Ooh, KLDL, I'm not feeling that. Look at the non-traded bars. I'm not feeling that. I know when Patrick is on because he likes using stochastics. Let's go back up to my layout, which looks at the 3 and the 8 exponential moving averages on the stock, along with volume and a moving average of volume. Let's see, mRNA looked good this morning. It did gap up. Let's draw a line at that level of the gap. Use that as a level of support, fading the gap. Let's move this over a little bit. Yeah, it gapped up nicely. Look at the pullback though, and look at the 3 and the 8 are holding. The 3 and the 8, love the volume on it. If you do like this stock, I would put in an order about 12 cents higher than the high. I like the equity curve. The pullback, the 3 and the 8 are holding. We'll look at that volume is above the average volume. I like that. Let the trade come to you. I'd put in an order, a buy stop order about 12 cents higher than the high. What else is in here? Highland, same kind of scenario. Created a level of a floor at the market open. Let's see if that holds see if the stock is fading the gap. Let's go to the next one. I'm not ready for that one yet. No, I'm not feeling that. Wow, BNTX looked great this morning, but now the 3 and the 8 failed. Here's that level of support from the market open. Let's see if it holds or see if the stock fades the gap, which will give me more of a bearish feel. What else? That's moving sideways. Pfizer. Ooh, we got an order in for Pfizer, don't we? I wonder if it hit. It's a long-term order we have in for Pfizer because they are, as you know, on Trending Thursday, the UK is using their drug to administer their first rounds of vaccines. So I put in a long-term order on this. We'll see what happens with it. It went up nicely today, pulling back. The 3 and the 8 are still holding, though. What else is in here real quick? Not feeling that, not feeling that, not feeling that, and definitely not feeling that. All right, let's go to the Derby, though. Let's go to the Derby. What's moving? Rising CI stealth stocks. Neither DTI is above the value of 1, but how about the bullish searches? Look at that. Both the bullish and the bearish searches are approaching that value of bias at 60% winners. This is that kind of day. This is that kind of day that you just hold on and hold on, Snoopy, hold on. Let's go look at what stocks are moving in here. See if there's anything we can take advantage of. Right click, view the stock graphs on these stocks. Wow, look at CPE. Woo, you down with CPE? Yeah, you know me. You down with CPE? Yeah. All right, anyway, stock is moving up. Love the volume. $13 stock. From a day trade perspective, 1383. I put in an order 1388. Let's go trade now. Ally 1388. Oh, I did it the wrong way. Trade now. And for the YouTubers, we can trade directly into several partner brokers. Ally. What just happened? Oh man, it's because I'm on this this resolution, Joey. I can't see what I need to see. That stinks. Ah, man. All right. Hold on, folks. I got to do something real quick in order for me to be able to see that. I've got to change my resolution just a little bit. Sorry about that, folks, but that's the only way I'm going to be able to see the stuff that I need to see. On the 720, it makes it difficult. All right, so I changed the view a little bit, but now I can see the bottom. There we go. And I forgot what my price was. Anybody remember? What's my price? What was my price? Axel, are you in here? What was my price? There it is, $13.88. Let's go see if I can get it. Buy, spend $1,000, $1,000 on the trade. This is real money, folks. Profit Locker Pro, aggressive, $13.88. Let's go see. $13.88. Let's go see if it hit. Good, it didn't hit yet. All right, so let's go see. Let's go see. Put the trade in. It'll sit, and then it will tell me if it trades or not. So, folks, especially on my YouTubers, that was real trade. That's a real trade. I'm letting the trade come to me. Let's see what happens. The 388 is still solid, even on that pullback candle. The 388 is still solid. Volume is still nicely high. I'm going to let the trade come to me. What else is in here? BPT is down, is looking good as well. Both of them are petroleum. I don't want to put a lot of money into a lot of petroleum. For those of you who may not have as much money in the market, this is a $3 stock. I put my order in from the high about 305. This is a lower dollar version. Look at it run. This is a lower dollar version of a petroleum stock that we're in. This may be a good play. Watch volume though. Watch volume, and that 388 on intraday 1 minute bars look good. Look at that. It would have hit. It would have hit. And now what you're going to look at, I'm going to give you, I would tell you to trade this off of the 388 exponential moving averages. I don't have a real line in the sand to use. I would use the 388. If the 3, which is the green line, falls below the 8, that's probably a good opportunity to get out of the stock. But if it keeps running, let it run. It's now higher. I don't know how many of you pulled the trigger on that. I do not know. I do not know. Can you put it back? Looks weird. I can't, Joey, and I can't pull that over. I know, Joey, you said it looks weird, and it does. But I can, once that comes up, I can't pull that screen over because the way that it's set up. So Joey is letting me know that it looks weird on YouTube, but I cannot drag it over. Drag the program. If I drag the whole program to another screen, then I got to reset what screen it's looking at. But nonetheless, it is the resolution that affects my ability to use that. So, and Joey's chatting to me. I told him, I'm glad. You can't pull the whole, even if I pull the whole program, I'm going to have, whatever screen I go to, I'm going to have to pull that, I have to change the resolution on that one. That's the only bad part about the 720 on that side. That's the only downside to that. All right. So I wanted to, so Joey is letting me know, and I'm looking at the screen. It does look a little different on YouTube. Try to just bear with that if you can. All right. Because and it's a little different. Who just to click? I can't, Joey. To answer your question, that's a problem that I can't overcome. And I know you're trying to help me out. No, I need to pull it back now to 3. I got to keep doing that over and over, Joey. I got to do it over and over. And actually, no, I won't, because that takes away from the time that I need to get people into trades, man. All right, LPI is pulling back. I'm not touching that one. I'm not touching that one either. That one's pulling back down. A lot of these I'm not feeling right now. All right. So, and now look at the equity curve is starting to pull back. Let's go to our portfolio. Let's go to Robo Trader. Here is our live cherry picks. All right. We were in Laser. Laser made a big move today. We're up in our portfolio. This is our real cherry pick portfolio of stocks. We're up over 2.5% today, up over almost 7.5%. We do have some stocks that are losing money, but we have stops managing those trades. We do have stops managing those trades nonetheless. All right, we have a swing trading portfolio that's up 53% for the year, up 53% for the year. We've got 10 stocks. All of these have stops as well. This is an automated system, YouTubers. All right. Steve will do a presentation on YouTube talking about the swing trade system tomorrow. All right. So you have a third day of the Derby. Steve will talk to you specifically about the swing trades. All of this is real money. This is our swing trade using a different timing signal, up about 0.5%. Here's the stocks that we're in right now. What is your FZR entry point in your account? FZR, what FZR? You mean laser? We're out of laser. As a matter of fact, if I go to reports, go to trade history, go to close, we got out of laser at a 30% gain. All right, we had stops. We had a Profit Locker Pro. We closed it out at a 30% gain. What's my deal on Pfizer? Recommendations, Pfizer. I forget what the price was. I forget what, somebody put in CPE. I don't know who did that. I don't know. I don't remember what my buy order is on Pfizer. Anybody in the room remember what it was? I don't remember what it is. And even if I try to look at this, it's just tracking what it's doing right now. Ooh, something just hit. CPE just hit. All right, CPE just hit automatically. And again, folks, on YouTube, this is an automatic trading system. CPE just hit. There it is. Was that a trade that Patrick picked up yesterday as well? Patrick says it's 42.12 for Pfizer. 42.12 for Pfizer. Thank you for that, Patrick. All right. There we go. I like 41 and change for Pfizer. Yeah, I think so. It looks like I'm in. I've got my order in good until canceled for 41.12. But nice move on the portfolio today. I think Patrick must have put that in yesterday because I didn't put that in. But here's our trades. This is real money, a real $10,000 portfolio that we've been growing over the year so far. Let's go back to the home page. Look at that. See that advance and decline? Gave us some hope that the market was going to turn around a little bit. How about the Russell is now the first index in the green so far this morning. All right. The volatility on the S&P 500 is still up, but how about the Russell 2000 is starting to move? All right, let's go back to the Derby. Let's go see. Now, notice that the DTI bearish is kicking in. Ooh, and we've got a bias on the bearish side. Aha. So let's go back to the market timing graph. Let's go to graphs. There's the market timing graph. Let's take off all of these lines. I got a lot of lines on here now. Look at the move. Look at the bounce. And here's the gap down. Here's the gap down. We started already fading the gap, which is also a bullish feel on the market. Now that we've gapped down, we filled the gap all the way. Let's see if this level now of the market open, where we started up here with the closed candle, we pulled down with the market open. Let's go see now is this as a level of support if the market can pick that up. Now, it's interesting. As the market moved higher, the DTI bearish moved higher. That is interesting, and that's something that doesn't happen very often, and I'm going to have to watch that. But the market's direction coming off of the fourth candle of today's activity, the market is moving higher. And notice the pullback now on the DTI. And now, my favorite word in David's book, my intertwination of these DTIs back and forth. And look at, now we hit a new high. Look at that. Whoo, bada boom, bada bing. A bid said we bought CPE at 1388. Let's go to Robo Trader. We got in, it doesn't show me, 1389 is what we got in. And look at it starting to move already. All right, let's go see if we can find any other stocks. The market is trapping speculators up. Listen, Tim, the market is doing what it does, and the market is looking toppy. And you know, when you say if it's trapping or not trapping, listen, I don't care. All I'm playing is what the market is telling me to do, and I'm going to take advantage of it. It can trap, it can flail, it can smack, it can kick, it can run. I don't care. All I want you to know is if the market is telling you can buy something now, do it. If it's telling you to sell something now or get out of something, do it. That's my goal. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to actually have to think about what's going on. I'm going to let the VectorVest software put me into the mindset of what is going on. I see a lot of stocks coming in. And I'm going to try to give some opportunity to look at some of those kind. Ronan, ride them waves, whichever they are. Glenn, got out of Chris too early. Ray, again, what was your stops? How about every time I tell you guys, when you get into a stock, what's your plan? What are you looking at to close it? Because Ray, what you just did was emotional. You were like, oh, I made some money, let me get out. What was your trading plan? So when I showed you the stock, I gave you an opportunity to know when to get into it. And then I also gave you an opportunity to know how to manage it. All right, and you made profit, and that's good. ITHUF is moving. Oh, I've had a lot of emails come to me about ITHUF on that stock. I'm still in it. That stock is a very interesting marijuana stock. Cheap stock, and a lot of people have emailed me, say, thank you for that stock. Thank you. Look at it, still rock and rolling. It's a cheap marijuana stock. It really is. And put this on a 1 month graph. This stock has been rocking and rolling. I gave this to you as a Christmas present, sort of, kind of, in the Jockey Club, and a lot of people have told me that they've made a lot of money on it. Now, keep in mind, it's a real low-dollar stock. It's going to be volatile. Look at that shooting star pattern with follow-through, but look at the 3 and the 8 on an end-of-day basis. I'm using the 3 and the 8 on an end-of-day basis to take out a lot of the volatility noise. All right, to take out a lot of the volatility noise. So I'm just letting you know how to manage that trade without giving it all up. CGIX. Hey, Patrick, anything going on the YouTube side that I need to talk about? All right, and he hasn't said anything to me, so I'm assuming the answer to that is no. Anthony says, I made 100%, now own it for free. Beautiful. Way to go, Anthony. Way to go. All right, so I am taking a look at some of the stocks that you're putting up. That's David. That's a whole different thing. I'm getting a lot of calls about Training Tuesday. Will you be bringing that up? No, I won't be doing. All right. Man, everybody and your mama wants to talk to me. And Joey says nothing's going on YouTube. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate that. Hit the enter key on your keyboard to keep going. That was a long time ago. All right. Let's go look at some of the stocks that you're asking about. Joey, type a couple of stocks, about no more than 5 stocks that the YouTubers are looking for. All right? About only 5 stocks or so. LXRX. CGIX. That way I'm going to be looking on both sides of the fence today. RAD, ASAN, PLTR, ESEA, So Joey, I'm looking to you. To see if there's any stocks. He's typing. He says no. Oh, he's typing. I think he's going to be typing. MM. ED, and anything that's got too many letters like that, I don't like it. And too much letters. I'm talking about, I'm looking at ITHUF. NEM Joey gives me. NEM, any other stocks? X, you really want to look at steel? And SLCA, I'm looking for Joey. There we go. APPS. I'm not taking any more stocks from the VectorVest people here. I'm looking specifically for Joey on YouTube. Looking for specifically Joey on YouTube. FDX. 2 more, Joey. 2 more. Joey types slow. OMG. You type so slow. I will look at SPAC. Oh, I can't. It's not traded as a company. I'll talk about that again on Trending Thursday. GRWG, and I already got X. All right. Those are the stocks that I'm going to look at for you today. Oh, you said SPCE. SPCE. All right. There we go. So let's look at these all on intraday. Let's go see if we got any buying opportunities on these intraday. So if we look at FedEx, FedEx might be hitting. How about it pulled back to 3 and 8, created a level of support. Look at that on that pullback. 3A bouncing again. What's the high? Sitting at about 302.72. I'd put in my order 12 cents higher than the high. A little bit of a channel. But you know what don't I like about it? All my VectorVest people, what don't I like about FedEx? All right, I like the price activity coming up to that level of resistance. What don't I like about it? And for you YouTubers, this is important. Volume is important. Not only do I want to see the stock's price moving, I want to see it moving with volume, because volume is conviction. Volume is conviction. It's sitting in a channel and sitting in a channel for a reason. In order for it to break out of that channel, you want to see it break out on above average volume. Volume is starting to steady out. I like that. But I want to see a big pop in price and volume before I pull the trigger, and I'd go 12 cents higher than the high. Next stock, Newmont Gold. I'm not ready to pull the trigger on gold yet. Not yet. And I may talk about that on Trending Thursday today. I'm going to draw another intermediate level of resistance right about here of 61.53. Now, if you pull the trigger, the 3 and the 8 are bullish. If you pull the trigger now because it breaks above that level of resistance, that's going to be your profit target sitting about 62.02. All right, not a lot of money, but you can make a little bit of money on the trade. And how about, I like the breakthrough. Hopefully it breaks through. The volume is coming in with it. That's what I mean, buying a rising stock on rising volume. So it's at that level. I would go, 61.53. I'd go 12 cents higher than this level of resistance to put your buy stop order. All right. Volume, but I'm up $500 already, says Michael. And that's cool. You understand that a lot of the information that I give is groundwork. Groundwork for you to look for, or what to look for to get into a trade and how to manage the trade. Everybody in this room trades differently. I respect that. I encourage that. But what I am giving is some semblance of groundwork of what to look for on these trades. All right. My YouTubers, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, I still keep inviting you to do so. This is the kind of content that we put out on a weekly basis. And if you like the content today, I'd like to see those likes pop up today. I really would. Gerald says up 73% on GRWG, looking at candles on the daily chart and setting up my stops 13 cents below the low of the day. You know something? If you're up that big on the stock, I like either using the current day's low to get out or the prior day's high to get out. All right? Either one of those, Gerald, will help you to lock in profits, especially since you're up that much. And that's a good short-term way to get out of the stock. Does that make sense, Gerald? So I would either look at the current day's low or the prior day's high as a way to get out of the stock to lock in your profits. And look at that. Newmont never came to you yet. It never got 12 cents higher than that level of that resistance that I drew. That's what I mean by letting the trade come to you. Let's go to the next stock. Wow, steel is moving. Steel is moving. It did have a little level of resistance right here of 183, serving as a good level of support. The 3 and the 8 look good. The volume is okay. It seems to be a little steady. It is starting to rise right now. I would go 5 cents higher than the high. 5 cents higher than the high as a trade today. How do I set the homepage default appearance? Bupalam, if you go to the homepage, all right, and actually you didn't have to do it that way. Go to the tools bar, the tools button at the top. Go over to application settings. Right here on that first screen, see right here where it says restore homepage layout? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. All right, so I do like steel. 5 cents higher than the high, broke through a level of resistance. I'd really like the volume to pop up with it, though, but the 3 and the 8 have been solid all morning. What else? Rite Aid was moving up. How about this pullback? The 3 and the 8 held, kept you in it, moved up higher. The 3 and the 8 are still very close right now. Watch the bearish volume picking up. If you own the stock, ooh, let me give you a line in the sand. A good level of former resistance right here. This is a good line in the sand. So you trade this stock if you own it one of two ways. Use the 3 and the 8. If the 3 and the 8 cross down bearish, you can get out of the stock. But it's also right at that level of support, which is what I call, for all you YouTubers out there, my line in the sand. If the candle, the 1-minute candle, closes below my line in the sand, that's a good opportunity to get out of the stock. Tim, I'm not going to pick up any new stocks that you're typing in the room, my friend. And Rad, it's not in a channel. Well, it could be in a little short-term channel right now. Notice that I'm not looking at any of these stocks on a longer than intraday. A lot, because the market is in a toppy phase, I'm not looking at trying to really hold any of these stocks long-term. These are more so trades than longer-term investments, and I'm letting the stops manage the trades. Let's go down to the next stock, LXRX. 3 and 8 failed, but created a real quick level of support. 3 and 8 bounced back up again, broke through a real slight level of resistance. Watch it right now. Look at the bearish volume picking up as that red candle is here. If you're in it and you didn't get out here, I probably would look at that 3 and 8. Hi, can you repeat when I should lock in prior profits prior to the day's low? So let's just put this onto a 1-month graph for answering that question. If I'm in a stock like LXRX and it jumps up like this, okay, and you say, man, I'm making money. How do I know when to get out? I would look at one of two things. I probably wouldn't do it on the gap, though. This is end of day. Let me go find a stock that I like. There we go. So here's a stock. Here's a stock, SLCA. All right. You say, man, I don't know what I should do. Should get out of it. I would either look at the today's low. Today's low is at a level of $5.62, or I'd get out at the prior day's high, which is $5.82. Now the cool thing about that is that I would use the prior day's high because it locks in profits a little bit more. Joey put that question out from a YouTuber. So if I'm in a stock and it's rising, let's say it was on this day, I would either get out of the stock using the current day's low or the prior day's high, whichever I want to do. All right. 5-minute time. Oh, I know. Well, it is, but I'm going to look at the rest of these, Jesse, on intraday. I'm going to look at the rest of these on intraday because these are the stocks that you gave me. All right, Jesse. But normally at about 10 o'clock, my YouTubers, I then slow the graphs down to a 5-minute bar. Did I look at all of these stocks? ESEA, I'm not feeling that. We did talk about LXRX. Again, I would go 5 cents higher than the high as the stock's price is moving up. Is this on every day? If not, where can I find it inside VectorVest? This is on every day as a VectorVest subscriber. As a VectorVest subscriber to Real Time and the Derby, you get access to this every single day, Monday through Friday, from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. So that's also from YouTube as well. Jesse says, oh, I already did that. Lakshmi says, I have a bull put spread on LXRS. I like that. That's not a bad trade at all. It's a bull put. You're getting paid for it. I don't mind that at all. VIX is dropping also. We saw that advanced decline on the homepage, folks. All you YouTubers got an idea of looking at that advanced decline on over 8,300 stocks. Oh, I hate when Siri does it. Stop it, Siri. All right. And I like that you can get an indicator that looks at the move of 8,300 stocks to really give you a feel of what's moving up compared to moving down. Folks, that's something that just comes with the software in and of itself, and we use that indicator for day trading. All right, let's go see what else is in this list. We already looked at, no, that pulled back, the 3 and 8 intraday pulled back. If you're in the stock for a trade, you're probably looking at getting out of it. Let me give you a line in the sand. Here's a good level of support and resistance back here. If you want to give the stock a little bit more room, if you are in it from a day trade, if the 1-minute bar, or in the case 5-minute bar, is closed below that line right there, 588, that's a good level to get out of the stock. CGIX looked good this morning. Hit a high. Look at that. Hit a high of 367. Oh, man, that's my birthday month, March 1967. And look at that pullback from there. If I draw a trend line, the stock is trending lower, but it is starting to move a little bit sideways right now. And again, this is one, let the stock come to you. Let the stock come to you. I'm not ready to think about pulling the trigger on that yet. Apps is moving up, like the higher lows. Well, not altogether higher lows. That was yeah. It is jagged. What do I call this on my VV Nation? What's the word I use for a jagged stock? Somebody type it in the room. Jagosity. That's right. This has got a little bit of this is not Loch Nessy. Well, this sort of could be Loch Nessy. It's not. I'm going to call it more jagged because I see the red bars, big red bars. Jagosity, says Joey. Joey typed in jagosity. It's a up and down, a little bit more volatile. Be careful with this. Make sure you set stops that are not too tight to get you out too fast. All right, setting stops too. Nah, GRWG. Wow. This stock got smoked like a pound of bacon. I love bacon. Got smoked like a pound of bacon. Found a level of support. Started to move back up. I'm going to put a little channel right here. There's my level of the high. I'm not thinking about this for today. I'm not feeling this today from a day trade. For what reason? There's nothing that's giving me any insight to play to the upside. I'm not ready to short it yet. This industry is still a hot industry. I'm not ready to short it yet. It's from a day trade perspective, I probably can find another trade. ITHUF pulled back a little bit. It did create a level of support right here. It is higher than the yesterday's close, so it's up for the day. Let's see if that level of support will hold. And again, I love that so many people have made a lot of money off of this as a trade that I put out there. Tell you that honestly, I've been in this trade since the stock has been trading at about 7 cents. All right, since the stock has been trading about 7 cents, I made a lot of money. I've taken half off the table, and I'm letting the other half ride. I'm using the house's money on this trade now. All right. And somebody, JP, says it's supposed to get smoked. Whereas GRWG is supposed to get smoked. Listen, I don't know nothing about that. I only heard people. Is it really supposed to get smoked? I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. JP is saying, All right, Palantir, wow, gapped up and got smoked as well. Look at that gap up. And you know something? Let's say you were in it and you jumped in the market with it. How about that 3 and the 8 could have protected you big time? Look at that, coming off of that. Would you rather get out when the 3 and the 8 crosses down or still be holding it right now, depending on and trying to understand what's going on? All right. So just keep that in mind. The stock is pulling back. I'm not feeling it today from a day trade at all. Wow, ASAN did fall. Anybody know what that candlestick pattern is right there? Anybody want to tell me what that candlestick pattern is right there? Anybody? That's a hammer, baby. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. And you know something? Look at that reversal. That's usually a sign of a reversal. It pulled back but never took out the long bottom wick of that hammer, and look at that stock run. If I'm not in that and I like that, let the trade come to you. I'd go 12 cents higher than the high, sitting at about $30. I'd put in an order, a buy stop order at 30.12. Why? Because that's a good level of resistance that happened from the market open. Look at that rebound. I like the retracement, but let it go higher on good volume. Let it go higher on good volume. All right, what else is in here that we're looking at? MMEDF, nicely gapped up. The 3 and the 8 was solid. And you know something? For all my YouTubers out there, what we do here is we teach you how to fish. We teach you how to fish because once you get taught how to fish, you can eat for a lifetime. All you YouTubers look at a lot of stuff on YouTube and people give you a fish. Does that work? If they give you a fish, you eat. But if they give you a fish that doesn't work out, you starve. What we do here is we really teach you how to fish, what to look for, how to find these stocks. As you saw the setup of what we were doing, how to find these stocks and how to go. William says, you always make me hungry. You know what I want? I want some McDonald's. I might go to McDonald's after Jockey Club. Oh, visions of sugar plums dancing in my head. All right. Anyway, MMDF, like the pullback. The 3 and 8 did a good job. The 3 and 8 failed, created a level of support. Right here, bounced off that level of support. I'd be looking to get in about 5 cents higher than the high. Let the stock come to you. Let the volume show conviction behind the move. In SPCE, gap down, tried to fade the gap. Man, it's just not feeling it. It's having a hard time getting going. And I'm not ready to take that. Oh, McRib. Oh, James, that's lunch today. Lisa, you and I are going to get McRibs today. Yeah, and Lisa and I'm going to buy Lisa some lunch. Lisa and I are going to get McRib. I want some McRib. Yeah, and Joey's not here today. So if Joey were here, I'd buy him McRib too. All right, so he's not here, so he can't get any. All right, so these are the stocks that you wanted me to look at. All right, Dan says, I'm new here, and I apologize for the dumb question. No question is dumb. But the stocks that you picked today, are you looking at them today or swing trade? So, Dan, every trade that I've been putting on since the MTI has been at that level of 1.6 have been trades. but I let my stops manage the trades. I am not looking at this particular point in time to hold stocks long term or to be sold, to a swing trade. All right, I've been putting that out there from that perspective. I'm not looking to swing trade anything. I'm looking at these stocks more so as trades, but I'm letting the stops do the work. All right, this keeps coming up. Oh my gosh, Penduo. The 3 and the 8 look good all morning. Even on the pullback here, the 3 and the 8 held like that. Volume is fluctuated, starting to pull back. A little bit of a mountain range. Oh, that's a good term. I like that. A little bit of the Smoky Mountain range, the VectorVest mountain range. I like that. And watch that as the volume is starting to decrease, the stock's price will start to fall because there's not a lot of people behind it. All right, and you're right, John. Now I will do 5-minute bars. Intraday 5-minute bars. Now Penduo on 5-minute bars. Stock is just moving sideways. Now, all you YouTubers, why do I move to 5 minutes after 10 o'clock? Well, remember, the first half an hour of the market open is a volatile time. Now that since the first half an hour of volatility is settled in, the market is settled in, I slow down the graphs because I don't need that volatility now. I use the volatility in the first half an hour so, stocks get up, get down, get up, get down. I get in, get out, make the money. Now that the market is settled into its own, at 10 o'clock or after, I then slow the graphs down to 5-minute bars. Now I don't have to worry about as much volatility. YouTubers, does that make sense? Type a yes or a no. YouTubers, does that make sense? And no, Michael, I am still not in Riot right now. I took the gains on Riot. I'm not in Riot anymore. Jesse says, Glenn buys all the day trades when buys off intraday's graphs, but stops can turn into swing trades on their own. And that's what happens. So in our portfolios, all of my portfolios are really based off of, well, especially the cherry pick, are based off trying to get in and get out. But you see that we're up 25% on a stock, and that's because the stop hasn't hit. I'm using a profit locker stop. And again, YouTubers, these are stops that you can only find in VectorVest. You can go to your broker and put in a 28.7, but there's a lot more entailed in a VectorVest profit locker stop. Talking about a greed point, an end trail, a lot of different things incorporated into a VectorVest Profit Locker Pro stop. All right. So to answer your question, what was that? That was Dan. Dan, did I answer your question? The mindset is that these are trades, but the stops will dictate how long I hold them. All right. Does that make sense, Dan? All right. Robert says ASAN bought 12 cents higher. Price jumped up to get the trade and then back down 10 cents. Oh, so Robert, so we were looking at the ASAN this morning, weren't we? ASAN. Let's put this on 5-minute bars, Robert. Let's see what it looks like. I'm fine with that. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Oh, let it be. Let the trade come to me. Let it be. All right. Leave it alone. The 3 and the 8 looks solid. If you've got it hit, notice the 3 and the 8 still look good, even on 5-minute bars. Leave it alone, Robert. Leave it alone. And that's the beauty of taking the emotion out of the equation, folks. I know when I'm getting out of this stock. And because I know that the stock can do what it wants to do, I've got my plan in place. And that's what we'll look at. Yeah. Don, you do this to me every day. You put in 11,000 stocks. Don't do that, David, because he did that once. And here, just leave that alone. Let your 3 and the 8 manage you on your 5-minute bars, Robert. All right. What else is in here? Plug looks good on 5-minute bars. Like the volume on it. Want to learn more about Profit Locker? Is it a standalone? What does it work with? Right now, Janie, it is not a standalone. It is part of the software. We have a presentation. Steve did a great presentation, a strategy of the week on the Profit Locker Pro. Lisa, if you can, real quick, can you find out? It's called a brand new tool. It's a strategy we call the brand new tool, something like that. If she can put it in the chat to let you know the date of that, Janie, it is in the software. And Steve Chappell did a beautiful special presentation on it. Now, Plug Clean Energy. Clean Energy is still rocking and rolling. Plug looks good today. The 3 and 8 on 5-minute bars looks good. I put in my order 12 cents higher than the high. I love the volume on it. You guys, all right, this is the last stock I'm putting in. All right. What's my rule? My rule is after 10 o'clock, I stop looking at your stocks. Nobody's listening today. Nobody's listening today. YouTubers, I'm berating my VectorVest people today. All of you know the rule. None of your stocks after 10 o'clock. All right. But because we got YouTubers here, I guess I'll extend the rule a little bit. All right. It's only 10 o'clock here, says Ray. No. I'm not taking that. So leave your trade on ASAN alone. Leave your trade on ASAN. Use the intraday 5-minute bars to help you. All right. What else did I put? Workhorse. Why did you want me to look at Workhorse, Andrew? I'm not feeling that. That's kind of poopy. That's a technical term. Even from a swing day trade perspective, the stock is going down. Are you looking to short it? Again, I would be leery about shorting stocks when the market is still rising on a week-over-week basis. Now, there may, 80% of the market's move affects 80% of the stocks in the market. This could be part of the 20% that's going the opposite direction. All right, it's going as old as the direction. It's going opposite direction. If you want to short it, I would go, in this case, 12 cents lower than the low. It's just the opposite of going buying the stock long. All right. Was that the last stock? What else did you? ASAN, PTDD, SRNE, moving sideways today on 5-minute bars. I probably wouldn't take it until the stock's price broke above the high on good volume. All right. Now, let's concentrate on what's going on in the VectorVest software. Look at that DTI bearish above the value of 1. 62% of the bearish searches are making money. But look at the top of the list. Bearish searches will start to migrate. YouTubers, look at the tool. As the market starts to turn, the bearish searches start to, what is that? Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. As the market turns, so does the Derby bring those searches to the top of the list. Ooh, we could do a soap opera. So the last time we were, ballistic new highs was at the top of the list. Oh, ballistic new highs. How do I buy the stocks? Something that could be interesting. That could be the VectorVest soap opera. All right. So what? So philosophical. I don't know. Is that philosophical? Is that what you just put for K? I think it is. You watched a lot of TV in your youth. I do. I did. All right, so let's look at these bearish ones. For those of you who are super speculative, let's go see if these are stocks that are going down today. As we watch the bearish searches migrate to the top of the list, let's go take a look at them. How many of you are willing to short a stock today? And Joey, let me just count how many people. Just tell me if anybody's saying yes. Just tell me if anybody's saying yes. Hello, everyone. Here's the link to the Profit Locker Pro. There it is. Lisa, thank you so much for that. Thank you she put the link in there. There's the link for the Profit Locker Pro. She put it out. How many of you are willing to short stocks? Yeah, I'd rather do contras too, Kay. I'm really would look at. But let's go take a look. If you really want to find stocks to sell short, I wouldn't take that. It's not over $10. Here's one. Palantir. Ooh, do you really want to play it to the downside? Are you really ready to play Palantir to the downside? I don't know. All right, but I would go, in this case, 12 cents lower than the low. What else is here? Riot. Riot's pulled back again. I took my profits on Riot. Cryptocurrencies was definitely one of the hottest stocks in the VectorVest software. We showed it. I showed it to you Trending Thursday, folks. Todd showed it in the Strategy of the Week. All right, so cryptocurrency was moving today. It's moving down. I'd be careful with it. ARCT was moving down, a little bit of a bounce. I would go 12 cents lower than the low if I was trying to short. You know something? In Laser, this was the stock that we made 30% on. It pulled back. You know why? It's called profit taking. That's really called profit taking. The stock jumped up a lot going into the open today, and that's profit taking. Almost like Russian roulette with automatic could prove bad. Wow. Okay. Don, stop putting stocks in. Would you short Tesla? Nope. Not yet. Even though I'm not supposed to be looking at your stocks, your guys are really going against the rules today. Let's go look at Tesla. Would I short it? Put it on a 3-month graph. Yeah. So, Michael, think of it from this perspective. And all my YouTubers that are out there, and you sit back and go, well, I've made some money on the stock. What should I do? Look at the stock. Put it on 1-month graph. Michael, answer me this. Riddle me this, Michael. Is there anything in the end of day graph that's telling you that it's okay to sell it short? Now, I put that out to Michael. I'm going to ask everybody out there, whether you're on VectorVest or you're on YouTube, does anything here give you any inclination that it's time to short the stock? I'm going to add an indicator that you only find in VectorVest. Relative timing. YouTubers. RT is an indicator that looks at the short-term price trend of the stock. Above the value of 1, the stock's in an uptrend. Below the value of 1, the stock's in a downtrend. Michael, add that to the equation. Is it pulling back? Yes. But is it nicely still above the value of 1? Yes. There's nothing here that's telling me that I would think about selling Tesla yet. So, Michael, does that make sense to you? All right, does that make sense to you? Now, if you're up on the stock and you've made a lot of money, what can you do? Somebody type in one thing you can do. What can you do if you're nervous about the stock? Anybody? Take half. Love that. Number 1. 2, sell a call. Excellent. Anything else? Sell half. And those are the 2 big. Tighten stops is number 3. So there you go. You can either take half off the table. All right. You could sell covered calls to generate some money. It's not full protection, though. If I want full protection, the 4th thing I could do is buy a put. Especially someone said Tesla for a long term. That was Lakshmi said Tesla for the long term. If I see the stock going down, I really don't want to get rid of it, and I want full insurance on the stock, I could buy a put. All right, so and tighten stops. So there's a lot of different ways. Those are 4 different ways to protect the stock if you're up in it. But nothing's telling me what I shorted right now. Nothing. Clark says sold half this AM, up 25% on that portion. There you go, folks. All right, YouTubers, I'm going to keep saying this again. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. Number 1. Number 2, if you like the content today, hit the like button. I'd like to see a lot of likes today. All right, you guys got access to what we do every day. And this is, again, something you don't find on YouTube where we stream this kind of information. All right, I want to go back to the Derby. Look at the DTI bearish. Look at that. Look at the market turning. Let's go back to the home page. Look at the advance to decline. Nicely done, folks. So now, if I'm day trading stocks, what do? Tighten the stops. Let's go to Robo Trader. We're still up almost 3% on our trades. I am going to look at my stocks here. Take all of these stocks. I'm tightening my stops. Edit the stop criteria. I'm going to change this to trailing stop 5%. I trimmed on all my stocks as the market. Now, these stocks are losing me money. So if the market really is starting to turn around, could today be the first day of a turnaround? Possibly. All I did was now tighten the stops on the stocks that I have that are losing me money. I do not want these losers to run away. All right, YouTubers, hopefully that makes sense. A long order was just hit for MJ as I tightened the stop. That's beautiful. I'm still up almost 3% today. But now I'm trimming the fat because I didn't want MJ to keep running down, and get away from me. That's a beautiful thing when I can look at the market timing graph and see what's going on. Look at the pullback on the market timing graph. Beautiful. Now, you guys haven't seen this. My YouTubers haven't seen this. I'm going to put this on the intraday 1-minute bars. I'm going to put on that day trading timing signal called the DTI combo. And look at that. It issued a down call. Folks in YouTube world, we have a day trading timing signal. And as the market starts to pull down, wow, look at that. If that's not worth the like on YouTube, I don't know what else is. If that's not worth you subscribing to the channel, I don't know what is. But we do have a day trading timing signal. So now, let's do this. Let's go to the Viewers tab. Remember I told you I wouldn't be selling stocks short? Well, let's go to the Bearish Etfs. Let's see if we can hedge our portfolio. Now, if the market's starting to move down, let's see what contras are moving. SQQQ. Now, I'm going to highlight the ones that are up at least 1%. Let's see what looks sweet. Let's see what looks scrumdiddlicious. Woo! SQQQ looks sweet. Look at that move. Intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Look at that move. Going to take off RT and look at that. Now, if I'm going to get into this stock, it's less than $20. I'd go 5 cents higher than the high. Look at that volume. I'm going to do that. 1673. Let's go 1678. All right, Robo Trader, Ally, 1678. Cherry picks. Buy, spend $1,000. 1678. I'm going to do a trailing stop of 7%. 1678. 1678. Put my stop. $16.78. Preview the order. Place the order. Oh, yeah, baby. Why don't you close them all? Because, Tim, I'm going to let the stops manage them. Tim, why do you always ask me? Tim, what did I tell you? I take the emotion out, and what did I say? I got a plan. I'm trading my plan, Tim. Always trade your plan. I'm trading my plan. I'm trading my plan, man. So I love your questions. Sometimes I sit back and go, why are you asking me that question? But I understand. All right, I'm planning, and I want everyone in this room, whether you're on the YouTube side or whether you're on the VectorVest side, learn that. Plan your trades, trade your plan. You can barely go wrong if you do that. You can barely go wrong if you do that. Andrew said, VV made me 1K on CRIS today. It's not, VectorVest did. Yeah, don't say Glenn did it, because it wasn't Glenn. Glenn. I'm just a guy. I tell everybody that every day. SOXS starting to pull back a little bit. No, QID is sitting a little. Look at that. A couple of these are just sitting there. Wow. SPXU, though, look at that open candle. I'd like to see more volume. But now notice that a lot of these are starting to pull back. That tells me something. Let's take that off. Let's go back to the market timing graph. Tells me something. I'm probably getting a little bit of bounce. But we got a real day trade timing signal still telling me right now it's okay to still play the market to the downside. So we did fade the gap, but the market is going, no, I don't want to do that no more. No. Like that. That is my Spanish Jamaican accent. No, I don't want to do that. No. Lucy, you got some explaining to do. All right, so. Wow, Joey's laughing. I know Joey's laughing. That was kind of funny. But look at that little bit of bounce right now. Could the market, and look at the DTI combo. Look at the DTI signal. If it bounces below that trigger point of 1.2, I will get a yellow dot, which means chill. I will get a yellow dot. Right now, it's still red. Which are the two ETFs? So Howard, the two that I saw, oh, man, where was I? Did I look at them? Graph them all. Which ones did I like? Put those on intraday, 5-minute bars. Anybody remember which two I said I liked? SQQ. Did I put the order in for SQQQ? I think I did. It might have been. I don't remember. I'll check. Which one still looks open? I would look at SPXU. Oh, look at all of them. Dust. Look at that. Look at all of them are starting to pull back. That's why I let the trade come to me. I don't think it hit. I don't think my order hit. Look at all of these pulling back. So right now, who asked me that question? Howard, I would wait. Look at the equity curves. Look at look at the candles. I'm on intraday 5-minute bars. I need to look at it like this. Now this one I might like a little bit better because the candle is open. Does that make sense, Howard? So maybe let's go take off the price for a second. What is this? TZA. TZA may be one to take a look at. I like the open candle. If I'm going to take one, I want one. Here's another one. BZQ. I'm going to write those down. TZA, BZQ. Because as I'm looking at them, I'm looking at open candles. How do I get the DTI layout on my DTI graph? The DTI layout will only show up on an intraday graph. So if I go to graphs, it only shows up on the market timing graph, intraday 1-minute bars. That's how you get the DTI. All right, those two things need to happen. Intraday 1-minute bars, and then you can put the DTI on that. mRNA is 5%. We looked at mRNA this morning. I did give an opportunity to at least get into it. You're welcome, Fred. All right, let's go back to the Derby. I'm going to still look at look at the equity curves. So let's do this. Another tool that you could do here on YouTube, I could do something called Delta's Positive. I'm going to change the view. I could do Delta's Positive, and what I'm looking for are the searches that have made money over the last, let's go put that up. This made money over the last 5, 10, 15, and 20 minutes. So I want to make sure that any search that I'm looking at has made money over those time periods. I'm going to tend to find nicer equity curves. If the equity curve looks good, then that means I feel a little bit more comfortable in the stocks. YouTubers, does that make sense? Type a yes or no in the room. YouTubers, does that make sense? Type a yes or a no in the room. I love looking at an equity curve because, remember, every one of these, and Joey, tell me if they're typing in the room, every one of these tracks 10 stocks. 10 stocks. You're looking at the equity curve of 10 stocks. That's a bullish search that's rocking and rolling. Let's take a look at the stocks. View the stock graph. Man, this tool is amazing, folks. For all my YouTubers out there, this tool is amazing. Look at that MRO. MRO. That may not be a bad play. So even though the market's starting to move down, I'm using the power of the Derby to find what is moving up. All right, Joey, is anybody typing anything? Joey, say something. Oh, my gosh. Joey, you're just sitting there. Say something. Or Patrick, somebody. Oh, my gosh. I have no connection to my YouTubers. You're my only connection to the YouTubers. Leonardo says, can you show us the search that made the most in the last 3 months and 5 days? Do we have a match? Oh, the last 3 months. Yeah, I could do that. Hold on a second, Leonardo. Let me see what I can do with that. Still, Joey didn't say anything to me. Patrick didn't say anything to me. I'm sorry, YouTubers. I can't see what you're typing. Those are my only two lifelines to you, is Joey and Patrick. But if nobody's telling me anything, then oh well. Here's another stock, AMCR. That looks great. That looks great. Open candle. I like that. 5 cents higher than the high. So if if the market does pull back, the Derby is at least putting you into some stocks to pay attention to play the upside. What do you want? Nothing. Oh, no, Joey's coming back with attitude. What do you want? I don't need you now, Joey. Go away. Nope, go away. Got nothing to say to you. Lisa says, YouTuber, what's the difference between Robo Trader and Profit Locker Pro? Thank you, Lisa. What's the difference between Robo Trader and Profit Locker Pro? Robo Trader is the catalyst to be able to trade from the VectorVest software into one of our partner brokers. So let me show you something. Here's Robo Trader. Actually, let's do this. Let's go. That's not what I wanted. Let's go click on any stock. And let's go trade now with Robo Trader right here, right? We've got 3 partner brokers. We've got TradeStation, we've got Interactive Brokers, we have Ally. And if you're in Canada, we have Questrade. This gives you the capability. Thank you, Patrick. This gives you a lot of flexibility to trade, or the ability to trade directly from the VectorVest software to any one of these 3 platforms. So before anyone asks a question of, well, why can't you trade with TD Ameritrade or something like that? It's because they don't have a partnership with us. And a lot of them won't because they have their own tools. And if they incorporate VectorVest to trade through, they're going to think that people are going to look at the VectorVest tools and not their tools. Whereas I look at Interactive Brokers, their tools may not be on par with our tools, so the partnership works out. TradeStation and Ally, all 3 of them, not only are they picking up customers from us because they're opening up accounts, but those people are already using our tools. But when you have Ameritrade or E-Trade or any of those other brokers, they are very extensive in their tools. Charles Schwab, very intensive in their tools, and they don't want to divert their customers to looking at our tools. So that's probably the biggest reason why the broker that you're using is not in line with us. All right, you got your DTI yellow dot. Thank you, MR. All right, thank you, MR. All right, so that's on the Robo Trader side. The Profit Locker Pro is a stop tool, all right, a way to get out of a stock. So that's the difference between the two, all right. And Lisa put a link in there to help you better understand. And I can't put that into YouTube. I wish I could, but I can't. Maybe on Trending Thursday, if somebody reminds me, let me see if I can get that link for you on Trending Thursday. All right, let me see if I can get that link for you. Thank you for that, Lisa. Lisa is the bomb. Lisa, she's helping me not only in my regular stuff for VectorVest subscribers, but she's helping me on YouTube too. There you go, because that's awesome. Send the link to me. All right, let me see if I can do that, Joey. Right click. Can I copy that? Copy. Oh, it won't let me. Hey, Lisa, in Teams, the link that you put in for Profit Locker, send that link to Joey and Teams. He'll put it out for the YouTubers, or Lisa can do it. One of the two. One of the two. All right. So, oh gosh, there's Joey, there's Lisa, there's everybody. That was awkward. That was sort of awkward. Let's go. I hate when that happens. Already did. Lisa already did. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you very much for that. We're going to go over a little bit today. I don't mind that. We're going to go over a little bit today because I still want to give my Jockey Club, my YouTubers, an opportunity to get a lot of their questions answered. So today we will go a little bit over. I'm going to go back to the Derby. So we did see, by way of Delta's positive, what searches are making money on the last 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. All right, so I like that. Stop whining. Wow. Is that for Joey? Joey just told me to stop whining. All right. And Joey says he minds. All right, Joey just shut me down. Hi, yeah. Joey just shut me down and told me to stop whining. All righty then. I will look at a couple of stocks, FCell and Gush. I will do that. Let's go do that. FCell. Oh, look at that bounce on, what was that? What was I looking at? I forget what I was looking at. Oh, that's on the market. There's my yellow, and look at the market bounce. Wow. Look at that. Let's go to FCell. What was the other one I just said? FCell Gush, Gush. BW, Babcock, XPEL, XPEL, comma, AA. All right, that's enough. Oh, Joey, do I have any stocks from YouTube? I will look at a couple of stocks from YouTube. Give me another couple of stocks from YouTube. I'm going to look at these on 5-minute bars. Clean energy. We saw another clean energy stock. Every time we've jumped into FCell, we've made money. Let me look at this on a 1-month basis, though. The stock's moving sideways. Ooh. And I see the move now. I see them riot. Okay. I see the move now, but I don't like the volume behind it. So I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling Patrick and Joey both put in riot. So I'm not feeling it just quite yet. Let the stock get out of its sideways move first. Let this stock get out of its sideways move first before I'm ready to jump back on it. I need the volume to back me up as well. All right, let's go put this back on the intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Let's go look at Riot, ROIT, comma, CLSK. These are stocks coming in from YouTube. I got Joey and Patrick both giving them to me. And Joey and Patrick are both typing in the same stocks. You guys, all right. And if there's no more, I'm going to look at these. All right. FCell. So I just gave my analysis on FCell. I like the move today. I like the volume move today. But if I looked at it on a 1-month graph, the stock's got to get out of its own way before I pull the trigger. The 3 and the 8, let's take price off. The 3 and the 8 are doing a really good job. Look at that. Look at that. On end of day basis, the 3 and the 8 are still keeping you in FCell. All right. The stock's just moving sideways though. I need, if I'm going to start to jump on board with it again, I need a move, but I need the volume to back it up. All right, let's go put these back on the intraday 5-minute bars. 5-minute bars, current day. I do like FCell. I understand, Gush. I'm not a big fan of gold yet. This is oil, sorry. Let's go put this on a 1-month graph. Let's go take a look. Something just happened in cherry picks. I think we just got into Pfizer. That long-term, that forward trade on Pfizer, which was good until canceled, just hit. So we're in Pfizer. We'll take a look at that in a second. Gush, oil, look at that, is trending higher. Draw a freehand line. Stock is definitely trending higher. Like that. Totally like that. Boom, boom, boom. But over the last 3 days, what's it doing? Moving sideways. What's volume doing? Steady. I would really like to see if I'm going to jump into Gush. I know it's open today. Nice open candle today, and the 3 and 8 look good. If I'm going to jump into it, my job is I want to buy into a rising stock as it's rising higher. The stock just hit a new 1-month high 2 days ago. Let it take out that high on good volume. All right, that's what I'm looking at. Wow, Babcock. Look at that. Now, you know what I don't like about Babcock? Look at the bars. The bars are a lot smaller, and even back here, they were small. Very interesting. This is a slow-moving stock from that perspective. It does have its up days or down days. A little bit of a shooting star pattern, no follow-through. Stock still staying above the 3. Not only is the 3 and the 8 good, but stock staying above the 3 nicely. Volume is pretty steady. I'm not going to tell you no to that, but if I'm not in it, I would go put my buy stop order about 471, 5 cents higher than the high. All right, that's what I would do. Have a good day, JP. F-Cell, $5 call so far, up 180%. I love. Yeah, Ebert is right. I think Babcock is more of a turtle stock. But dude, it's moving. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And the volume looks great, except for that day, Dad. The volume looks great. I like the stock. I would, if you're not in it yet, I'd put 5 cents higher than the high. XPEL, nicely moving higher as well. A little bit of a down day. That's all right. That's a little bit of a, I'm not calling that a shooting star. I'm not calling that an inverted hammer. I'm not calling that nothing except for a bearish candle. And as the stock's price is rising, volume is okay. I'd leave it alone. If you're in it, I'd leave it alone. I wouldn't worry about it. You know, every stock's got a down day. And even like here, history has shown me over the last month, as the stock has pulled back to 3.8, it's done a good job keeping you in it. Leave it alone. It's fine. Alcoa, nicely moving higher as well. Volume is looking good. If you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not in it and you like it, 12 cents higher than the high. New people, YouTubers, what is the difference between 12 cents higher than the high and 5 cents higher than the high? If the stock is trading more than $20, I go 12 cents higher than the high. If the stock is trading less than $20, I go 5 cents higher than the high. All right, but look at that equity curve. It looks good. And you know something? YouTubers, I'm going to show you something. You want to find stocks? You want the ability to find stocks like that? That was Joey. Joey, what did you type? There's a VectorVest course to learn how to do all of this analysis with VectorVest. Yeah, and actually Clayton has got a series on YouTube called Intro to Investing. All right, so you want to learn more about our indicators. And actually, I've got some videos out there, right, Joey? I've got some videos out there that talks about all of our different indicators. That's out there as well. So yes, if you're new to VectorVest or new to the software, there are videos on the YouTube platform to answer your question. I'm going to show you something. You want to look for stocks that look like AA. All right, we've got a search, high CI prospects. I don't know if that's the stock search I want. Let's graph those. Put this on a 1 month graph. No, I don't want that. How about this? Viewers, you want to see stocks that look like that, VectorVest can bring them to the forefront for you. Let's go to the stock viewer. I got an indicator called CI, Comfort Index, stock's ability to withstand long and lengthy price declines. I'm going to graph the top 10. I want to show my YouTubers how to find stocks in the software that look like AA. Put that on a 1 month graph. Look at that. Look at that. The search will go out. Not all of them. You can still cherry pick. The search will find stocks that look like AA. YouTubers, if that's not worth a subscription to the channel, then again, I don't know what else. You want to find stocks that look like AA, I just showed you a way to find those in the VectorVest software with a click of a mouse. Now, again, I would cherry pick. I showed you how to do that. I would go to the stock viewer, sort the whole list of 8,300 stocks by CI. Joey, tell him. No, Joey can't tell him. But I need you guys, that's well worth it in and of itself. All right, to find stocks that look like AA. All right, look, and I just did it with a click of a mouse. Corey says, are there videos for choosing searches for Robo traders swing portfolios and manage them once they're running, specifically talking about when to change the search? Yeah, we do that in our portfolio, in our swing trade portfolio. When it comes time, when we get a call to the downside, on the primary wave, this portfolio goes into cash. Boom. And then when it comes time, when the primary wave goes back up, Steve walks you through the process. Steve walks you through the process of how to get ready. Hold on a second. I'm gonna put that out there for you. Special presentation. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, come on. Yeah, my YouTubers will see this. I can't stop this for them. Let's go Jockey Club preparation for opening. Let me put that in the handouts. So, Corey, that'll answer your question. No, that's not the one that answers your question. This is the one that answers your question. The swing trade bullish campaign, Corey, that walks you through everything that we do for the automated swing trade. All right. And Lisa, I put that into the handouts. I don't know if you can give that out to the YouTubers. Actually, it doesn't make sense to get out to the YouTubers because they can't do it. All right, it doesn't make sense to give them out to the YouTubers because they can't do it. You want it, you got to become a subscriber to be able to get that document. All right, you got it, Corey. Leonardo says, how did you find that search again? So Leonardo, that was in the stock viewer. I went to the stock, I did it really even simpler. I went to the stock viewer and sorted the over 8,300 stocks by that indicator CI. That's what I did. All right, Ed says, index on the market close to reflecting market timing, or the VVC index on the market is close to reflecting market timing. I'm not sure what the index on the market. No, market. I'm not sure what you're asking me, Ed. You put it in twice. I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm not sure I feel that. Just understand. Is the index on the market close to reflecting market timing? The index on the market. No. All right, so you talk about these indices? These indices look at, the Dow looks at 30 stocks. The Russell looks at 2,000. The NASDAQ looks at about 4,300 stocks. The S&P looks at 500. Our market timing looks at the move of 8,300 stocks. Is there any training for shorting? Actually, there is. If you go to the Views tab, we got a special report. Worry free. Ta-da! How to short stocks. There you go, Sam. Look at that. How cool is that? We got for those people who are on YouTube, we got so much training for free that you can look at. These are all our special reports, but there you go, Sam. It's in special reports in the Views tab that talks about how to short stocks. Man, today was a cool day. YouTubers, type in the room. Was this good for you? Joey, let me know what they say. My YouTubers in the room, was this worth your time today? I'm just curious to know. I know for all my people here in the Jockey Club, it was. All right. But all my YouTubers in the room, I'm curious to know, was this worth your time today? And I know we went a little longer. We went a little longer than we normally do. But I think it was well worth it. If you were to start trading this system, what is the bare bones account size you would say is needed? It all depends. I'll tell you a story. I started out VectorVest going on 17 years ago. Back in the day when we first started, if you stayed with VectorVest for a year, VectorVest at the end of your year gave you a check for $2,500 and said to invest it in the market. I took $1,000 of that money. Don't worry about the other $1,500. Mind your business. All right. I took the $1,000 of that money and within 8 years turned it over into over $90,000. A lot of that, not a lot of that, everything was done by way of utilizing the VectorVest software. Everything that I did was for using the VectorVest software. All right. So that you talk about bare minimum. You talk about bare minimum. For me, that was about as bare minimum as I wanted to be, and that's what I did. All right, can I get not you? Everybody's asking me, can you get the $2,500? No, you didn't. We got it. We employees got it, not subscribers. We did. Oh my gosh! Everybody in the room said, "Where's my $2,500?" Not you guys. That was VectorVest's way of investing in the employee in the power of the VectorVest software. They gave us a check for $2,500 and said, go invest it in the market. So now everybody's sitting there going, I didn't get my money. You got, somebody says, David says, where do I get a job application? We don't do that anymore. That was way back in the day. We don't do that anymore. We got other ways that VectorVest always looks out for their employees. But that was a great way, and that told me right then and there that this company was the realness right there. That was, after you worked for a year, every employee got that $2,500 check. All right. I'm getting ready to end all of this for today. All my YouTubers, thank you so much for tuning in today. All my regular people. Did we pick up any stocks? We did, didn't we? Cherry picks. Look at that. We're up 3% today. That's a nice move. We're in Pfizer now, I think. I got the SQQQ trade out there. If the market pulls away and starts going back up, the trade will not hit. That's the purpose of having buy stop orders. Kelly says, just imagine if you invested the whole $2,500. I had other things to do. I was single. Man, man, I was out there doing stuff. And then I stopped doing stuff. But yeah, it was cool. Martin says, long live VV Nation. Awesome. How do you get the Derby tab in VectorVest? It is an additional tool. It's an add-on tool. You've got to subscribe to it in order to get the Derby tool in VectorVest. All right, let's go see what we're looking at right now. We're in Pfizer. We're pretty flat in Pfizer. We're still in Norwegian. We're up about 10%. ENTG, 25%. We're still in two stocks that are moving down. That's all right. We let the stops manage the trades. Let's go look at the swing trade. We're up 1.36% there. 54% overall. YouTubers, that's a hell of a number for the year. COVID-19 year with a whole bunch of bad stuff was going on. We're making 54% for the year. And on the swing trade using the DEW, different timing signal, this is real recent. We're up 1.25%. Here's the stocks that we hold. All right, with that, folks, look at that market that was looking so bearish. That indicator right there, that advanced decline is cool, isn't it? It was cool, isn't it? And there's a lot of stuff, a lot of flexibility that this tool has. The Derby brings to the forefront what's moving at all given times. It gives you a market timing indicator to let you know what side of the market to be on. It tells you the bias of the day. And if you don't have this kind of information, you're guessing throughout the day. What should I do? What should I do? VectorVest takes all of the guesswork. This Derby tool, this day trading tool, this swing trading tool is amazing. And you on YouTube can take advantage of it. All right. So again, all my YouTubers, VV Nation on YouTube, thank you for being here. All my people here on VectorVest YouTube, VV Nation, thank you for being here. Your screen is not showing. You're looking at different things. Oh, dag nabbit. It is now. I forgot I paused it. That was my fault. That's why I hate pausing my screen. All right. Mark says, and this is on my VV side, I learned something each and every time I watch you, Glenn. Thank you. I appreciate it. Robert says, great education today. Thank you, Glenn, Lisa, and Joey, even though he may not see this. Mark saying thank you, Joey. Joey and Patrick on the YouTube side, thank you very much. Lisa on this side, thank you very much. I got a great supporting cast here, and that's awesome. And don't forget, Patrick does on Thursdays on Facebook. He shows you and supports the mobile app. Everyone who is a VectorVest subscriber has the mobile app. Everyone who's a subscriber has the mobile app. Tune in to him on Facebook every Thursday at 11 o'clock where he supports how to effectively use the mobile app. All right, folks, with that, I'm done. I talked a lot today, but the energy was there. Loved the interaction with you guys, and I know on YouTube you guys were tearing it up too. So, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha, salam, shalom, namaste. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you all on Thursday, and thank you for tuning in. Have a great day.